Have you ever seen something from the corner of your eye that wasn't there when you looked again? How about hearing from a friend of a friend that while they were hiking somewhere, they thought they saw something impossible, but when they spoke to a ranger, there was always a simple explanation that left you unsatisfied? My name is Jack, and this is my colleague Chris, and we are senior wardens of the Creature Conservation Initiative. We protect the world from the creatures of superstition and myth, but more importantly, protect those same creatures from the world. Hello there, people. How are you doing? How are you enjoying this weather? How are you enjoying this heat wave? How are you enjoying wherever you are, whether you're in the Americas, whether you're in Europe, whether you're in Asia, whether you are in the Antarctic, whether you are in the deep depths of space? How are you doing? Are you enjoying yourselves? Is it turning out to be a good day? And Chris, how are you doing?
Well, I'm phoning in from outer space, and I can tell you the weather outside here is very cold. But on the plus side, there's no air to conduct heat away, so you only have radiation, and so you don't freeze immediately. So it's going quite well. It's the stars are beautiful, although most of them are probably
Excellent.
already dead.
I mean, the majority of them, yeah, definitely. At this point. Depends how far away they are.
Exactly. But yeah, how are you doing down there on our blue marble?
On our little blue marble.
Yes.
I'm doing relatively okay, actually. It's been a interesting week doing my job for the CCI.
That's rarely a good thing.
Well, this one has been a bit more of a funny week, but we can get into that a little bit later.
Funny haha, or funny I lost 15 colleagues and I'm investigated for murder?
No, I'm not investigated.
Okay. That clears that part up.
No. Well, you'll probably know a little bit about this situation the moment I kind of say the creature that we're talking about this week, because I've had a wonderful run-in. But do you remember hearing a little bit from outer space? The headquarters at Undisclosed.
The space headquarters?
Not the space headquarters, no, the CCI's proper headquarters.
Oh.
Did you remember hearing about something about people struggling to get inside the building recently?
Yes, I wonder what that was, but seeing as I'm in outer space, I didn't worry too much because it wasn't my problem. But, what's been going on there? I thought maybe just someone lost a key or something.
Not quite. But in a way, yes, they lost a code, or at least they didn't have a code to get in.
Okay.
Because today we're going to be talking about a very specific creature called the Sphinx.
Ooh, I like that.
We're going to talk about the Sphinx today, and if you know anything about the history of the Sphinx, you'll probably be way ahead. The what, sorry?
The Riddle Kitty.
The Riddle Kitty. Yes, the Riddle Kitty, as you have it down.
Yes.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, apart from, as you say, the Riddle Kitty, do you know much about the Sphinx, really, Chris?
It's missing a nose. Other than that, I don't know too much other than, cat and ask people riddles. And it's probably a bad thing if you don't know the answer. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong in terms of, depending on where you're from, whether it's a bad thing or not. But
okay, that's vague and intriguing.
Well, basically, the Sphinx, in terms of its myth and mythology, etc., is primarily an Egyptian or a Greek culture creature of myth and fable, essentially.
Yeah.
They appear in both kind of mythological pantheons, shall we say, and they take up similar yet diametric positions within those cultures, in a way, I'd say.
Okay. That is unexpected.
Well, again, we'll get onto that a little bit as we go along. Generally speaking, they are a creature with a human head and the body of a lion, or, as you say, kind of a great cat, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then, if you are Greek, you see them as having wings. If you are Egyptian, or you go towards the Egyptian kind of mythology, they do not have eagle-like wings.
Okay.
So that's where they kind of differ. But we found that they're basically two of the same kind of creatures. The real life ones, they don't have wings. So where the Greeks get the wings from, we're not too sure. It's an interesting kind of diametric pose that one can fly and soar above, and one has to crawl across the ground like the rest of us. And like I've said already, in terms of the culture, either if you kind of stand by the Greek version of everything, it is a treacherous and duplicitous creature that wants to use its intellect and trickery to gain an opportunity to kill and hurt those around it. Whereas if you are the Egyptian side, they are actually honourable protectors, benevolent creatures that project strength and character, and often are representatives of the pharaohs.
Interesting. Okay, so which one is closer? Or does it depend on the mood?
It depends on the Sphinx, frankly.
Oh. Okay.
I've dealt with Sphinxes a few times in my career. They're generally pretty smart creatures. You can usually have a conversation with them. So it does come down to the personality of the individual Sphinx as opposed to a generalization of what they're all going to be like.
Okay. So what are we talking about here? Are we talking lion size? Because my only visual point of reference is the big stone one, and I don't think that's accurate.
Well, yeah, you're talking about kind of like lion-sized creatures. They're not massive, but they're big enough to be dangerous and quite, quite weighty, quite scary.
Then
you don't want to be sat on by one, basically.
Yeah. Then I'm very glad they don't have wings, because that's one thing I don't need on an apex predator.
Well, the interesting thing though that I find, like even between the two different cultures, is that the Sphinx itself, even if you see it as duplicitous or treacherous or, protector and honourable, it's all very much about protecting and barring entry to something. With the Greek kind of one, the most famous kind of aspect of the Sphinx in Greeks is the tale of Oedipus, where the Sphinx used to block the entrance to the city of Thebes. And ask a riddle. If you didn't answer the riddle correctly, it would strangle you and devour you. But if you managed to answer it correctly, the Sphinx would actually kill itself by jumping off a very high cliffside or something.
That seems like an overreaction.
Yeah, it does seem like a bit of an overreaction, but that's basically like the tale of Oedipus.
Also, strangling of all the ways a big cat could kill you seems inefficient.
You've got big claws. You could at least, like I say, they're not light. You could just sit on someone. But, it's certainly a weird way to do it. But hey, that's the Sphinx, and that's the Sphinx's prerogative, I guess.
And there we are with the furries again.
Oh, calm down. Again, if you look at the Egyptian side of things, again, it is to protect, it is to prevent entry, it's to differentiate between, like, the pharaohs and the people and all that kind of stuff. But they also have a place within various other cultures. So they've ended up in Europe, where they've had some very interesting interpretations. Like I have a wonderful picture of one, which basically looks like a lion all the way up to like a very ancient Greek bust of a woman's head.
Okay.
It's also got boobs. It's very weird.
I told you, it's very
creepy. It's certainly making me uncomfortable looking at this picture. But like they had a big kind of revival within the time of the Renaissance, where different statues were laid all over the place, and it's managed to stretch around the world. The idea of the Sphinx, or at least the idea of the culture of the Sphinx.
Yes,
they've turned up in Japanese art. They protect temples in India, where they're said to cleanse the sins of devotees and protect the temple from evil spirits. And in Thailand, the Sphinx tends to be seen in pairs and is thought to live on the sacred mountains of Himapan. It's found its way around the world as a creature, basically. And we put that down to they travel. Because, again, they are intelligent. They can have conversations. They can
They can apply for a visa.
they can apply for a visa.
On the internet, nobody knows you're a cat.
Oh, that's so true. But primarily, it's a case of they do travel. So they've been found in different cultures, but the actual cultural significance, where they've come from in terms of their culture, it is the Greek and the Egyptians mostly.
Yeah.
However, though, one really interesting thing is that the Sphinx has actually been kind of co-opted in a way by the Freemasons of all people, would you believe?
Oh, is that why they chopped off the stone nose? Some kind of power move.
Yeah, they then delivered the build to the pharaoh, and he went, "No." I went, well, we're not putting it back in place then. Sorry, and it's just been there forever now.
I knew
it. No. Because these creatures have been seen as protectors, and because they're intellectual, they've been seen as protectors of knowledge. And so the Sphinx has been used by the Freemasons, or at least it's believed that they've been used by the Freemasons as a symbol and a reminder to keep the secrets of the Freemasons to all those who are not initiates. In a way, it's kind of mirroring the whole idea of keeping a separation between the people and the gods. And again, if we go back to the Egyptians, the pharaohs were kind of seen somewhere between the gods and the people, and it's all of these kinds of things. The Sphinx has very much been used as a way to prevent interconnection and prevent like crossing lines. It protects, is how I see it. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. The obvious question I'm having is, does it decide to protect something on its own, or does it protect in service of someone else?
Well, I believe that, again, it depends on the situation for that Sphinx.
Okay.
Because if we go back to the story of Oedipus, the Sphinx was sent by Hera or Ares to protect the entrance to Thebes. So it was contracted in a way to protect the entrance to
freelance
Thebes.
Riddle Kitty.
Exactly. But I do know that a few of them in the past have been used by other people. A few of them have just decided to be protectors. A few of them have had their loyalty earned.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be a case of you can earn the loyalty of a Sphinx, but you've got to work hard at it.
Okay. A lot of treats involved, probably.
Well, I mean, don't know if anyone outside the UK has ever seen this, but you've seen those Dreamies kind of cat treats?
Yeah, we have them.
They go nuts for it.
Yeah.
Just got to buy large quantities. It's all good.
Well, they have the big tubs with like 170 grams or something.
Fair enough. What I'm going to say to our listeners, though, please do not go out and try and gain the allegiance of a Sphinx. It will only end badly.
Why would that be?
Because they're rather... they can be rather aggressive when they feel like it.
Okay.
It's an intelligent creature. I mean, just trying to trap or earn the respect of a Sphinx, it's not something that you just do for fun.
That's true.
They're not like wild, dangerous animals that will hunt you down just because you're dinner. But they can be offended quite easily. They can be annoyed by you. They can definitely be frustrated.
So if I have the wrong flavor of Dreamies, then I'm in trouble.
Exactly. But that, funnily enough, actually brings me on to my kind of story about these creatures.
Yes, tell me more.
So, like I said at the start of the episode, we had a bit of an issue at the headquarters.
Yeah, I can kind of see where this is going, but I can't imagine the steps that led to the situation.
Well, it turns out the headquarters wasn't quite as well hidden as we thought. And while we don't have some kind of anti-CCI organization out there trying to undo all the good work that we do and poach creatures, we don't have anything like that.
Not that we talk about openly.
Yeah, as far as the official line is, nothing like that exists.
No, of course not. That'd be ridiculous.
we have obviously annoyed people over the years.
Yeah. Me especially. Within and without the CCI.
Our actions have resulted in people going to jail.
Yes.
They have resulted in people getting in trouble. They have resulted in fines, legal action. We've annoyed people because we're an organization who essentially prevents people from kind of harming these creatures or profiting from these creatures unwarranted. So we've annoyed some people over the years, and we're still actually trying to find out exactly who, but someone involved with us, or someone that we have pissed off in the past, has somehow got the allegiance of a Sphinx, it would seem.
Okay, that's wild. Doesn't seem like the kind of people that would gain the allegiance of a creature such as this.
Well, that's the thing. We're trying to work out exactly who it is at this point. We're really not too sure who. But
is it the Pope?
The research and the investigation go.
have we checked the Vatican?
There is currently an operation going on as we record.
I mean, of course, it's not the Pope.
The Vatican is currently being infiltrated.
Man, if only we could cut this out of the episode.
No, it's not the Vatican, it's the White House.
That makes sense.
But no, we're pretty close to finding out exactly who it is. But we've got to confirm a few things before we take any actions.
Yeah.
But they managed to get the allegiance of a Sphinx. Now, the thing with getting the allegiance of a Sphinx is you don't need to be able to tell the Sphinx a huge amount of information. You can just tell it what you want to do, and it's smart enough to understand it. So this person, as far as we know, may not even know where the headquarters for the CCI is, but a Sphinx does.
I'm not sure if that's better or worse.
I'm not too sure either, but all I can say is that, at the very least, one Sphinx definitely does. Okay. And yes, basically, it came to the entrance of the CCI and would not allow people in or out. Annoyingly, it wasn't like the front doors, it went to the main road entrance into the CCI. So basically, you just couldn't drive in, which then meant that everyone was stuck on the outside. They couldn't get in the building, they couldn't use the alternative entrances or exits. The only way you could get in was flying in, and the CCI does not have the budget to fly everyone in and out every single day.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yet.
Not yet. But if you subscribe, you can help us against further Sphinx troubles.
Yeah, so we had a few of the wardens who obviously went and spoke with the Sphinx.
Yes.
And started trying to break through, trying to reason with the Sphinx. The problem is, when you have the loyalty of a Sphinx and you give it a job to kind of satisfy that loyalty, they will not be swayed from that task at all. And the other thing is, because they are intellectual creatures, they are smart, they can converse with us, they do know things we don't know. We don't want to kill them, we don't want to harm them.
Yeah.
So we were stuck in this catch-22, because the Sphinx would not stop asking riddle after riddle after riddle. I mean, it was just asking different riddles to different people all the time. It was kind of like it knew that the majority of the people here were not going to know riddles.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem. Have you tried asking it what's in your pocket?
Oh, no. I didn't ask it what's in your pocket. Basically, it was saying that we needed to answer 3 riddles.
Yeah.
To get in.
Everyone.
Every
3
person.
riddles per person.
Yes. But it was a nice Sphinx in the sense of, if you did not answer the riddles, you just weren't allowed in. It would prevent you from gaining entrance. It wouldn't kill you.
Okay.
So everyone was struggling with 3 riddles. Some of the team could get 2.
Yeah.
A lot of people weren't even getting 1, but no one was quite getting the 3rd one. And they were struggling for about 2 days. No one could get in or out of the building for 2 days.
And I'm assuming you weren't allowed help.
No, you weren't allowed help. If anyone was close by and listening, the Sphinx would chase them off and then go and Some people tried like slipping by while the Sphinx was chasing other people off.
Yeah.
He just went and fetched them and brought them back to the front. It was quite funny to watch CCI wardens be literally picked up by like a human mouth to take them back to the front.
Oh God, I forgot about the human face.
It's a weird situation.
Makes it so much worse.
I've had some
should have
dealings.
employed the Area 51 tactic. Just everyone Naruto run past. Sphinx can't catch everyone.
Potentially, but I think we would have lost a couple of wardens. But either way, basically, it was asking a bunch of different riddles, and it was getting people stumped. Now, I had some dealings with Sphinxes a couple of years back, and I'd gone and helped out with, again, moving another one on and all that kind of stuff. So the bosses called me and said, can you come over and try and work something out? Hoping that I might have like previous with this Sphinx, so maybe I can do another kind of deal with it to move it on. Yeah. Got there. It wasn't one that I've ever met or anything like that. And so it was a case of I was going to have to try and answer the riddles.
Yeah.
So here are the 3 riddles that the Sphinx was asking.
Oh, God. I suddenly feel like I'm taking the test.
Well, exactly.
Am I being graded?
So, well, if you get all 3, you can come in. So first one. What is so fragile that saying its name breaks it?
Silence.
Yes! You've got it.
I'm smart.
What can run but never walks? Has a mouth but never talks? Has a head but never weeps? Has a bed but never sleeps?
Is it a river?
Yes!
I'm not sure what a head is for a river, but...
Neither am I, but yeah.
Okay.
What can fill a room but takes up no space?
Fill a room. Joy, laughter. I don't know.
Nope, light.
Great.
Yeah, so you basically had the exact same situation that pretty much all the wardens were getting through, or at least the more successful ones.
Yeah.
They would get 2 of the 3, and then unfortunately they'd fail at the 3rd one. So prior to answering these riddles, I basically made a deal with the Sphinx.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to sweeten this deal for you.
Mm-hmm.
If I get this correct, I am going to ask you 1 riddle. If you can get this riddle correct, then I will not enter.
Okay.
However, if you get it incorrect, you now have to serve a job for me.
Interesting.
If I fail at the 3 initial riddles, you can kill me.
That's... Okay, that seems unnecessary.
Well, it's pretty much the only way I could think of to break the hold that whoever this other person is, has on the Sphinx. I had to lose out enough for it to make it worth the Sphinx breaking their kind of rules and promise.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Makes sense.
So,
kind of.
I would love to turn around and tell you that those 3 riddles, I just knew off the top of my head. I was intelligent, I was smart, I was erudite, I could just know it straight away, just like that. I just had it. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, but you could tell me.
I had a bunch of time flying over, and I just started looking at riddles left, right, and centre on the internet, and I just came up, and I managed to find a few riddles. Now, the problem was, as I say, I got through those 3 riddles, and I was right.
Yeah.
And so we got to the second stage here where I had to ask the Sphinx a riddle. Now, I'm not very good at riddles. It's not really my kind of thing. So I was trying to work this out because I'd obviously saved my life, but now I need to be able to get in and get control of the Sphinx, etc.
Yeah.
Now, you remember when I say that the Sphinx is an intellectual? Very intelligent, very knowledgeable creature.
Yes.
It understands many, many different areas of the world. It understands math and physiology and psychology and philosophy and the science. You know, very, very smart creature. And it was versus me.
An idiot.
So I thought, you know what? Let's keep this simple.
Just like me.
Exactly. And I asked it this riddle. What month of the year has 28 days?
Everyone?
Yes, all of them. The Sphinx didn't get that answer. If anything, the Sphinx
like
had a
it's
bit
not as smart as its reputation.
Well, because it has many answers, because some months only have 28 days within them, and it comes down to the semantics of it. So basically, it had a bit of a mental fit trying to work this one out. And in the end, it gave me like a specific month answer, and I just went, nope, all of them. They've all got 28 days. Blah de blah. I win. You're under my control. So
Okay.
I managed to get it to back off. Everyone could go back into headquarters.
Yeah.
Normal operations resumed, sending various wardens off to deal with the emergencies and fires that have built up because of the fact that the CCI was closed essentially for 2 days straight, or at least the main headquarters.
What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure nothing happened.
Nothing went wrong in any way, shape, or form.
No, especially not at the Vatican.
Especially not at the Vatican or the White House. But could you guess what I asked the Sphinx to do?
Probably tell you who hired it.
Not so much tell me who hired it, because I wasn't sure if the Sphinx would actually know, and it probably would just tell me a certain name, because they can be tricksy. And obviously, the Sphinx was a little bit annoyed at me because I basically
because
just
of the
word
stupid
semantically.
riddle.
Yeah, I word semantics won the woodness, and I don't blame it. So if I was it, I basically would just give a random, well, not a random name, but I would give the name with zero context in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And just go, you figure it out, dickhead. So I ran out of this kind of position at this point.
Yeah.
And so I decided, you know what? Mr. Sphinx, I would like you to return to your previous master, owner, whatever you want to call them, contractor, and lead us to them in any way, shape, or form that you would like. Which really annoyed the research guys and the investigation guys when I told them, because again, this Sphinx was very, very annoying. So they've basically been chasing about 20 riddles a day, and I have not been helping them.
We have the stupidest jobs.
Oh yeah, we have definitely got a really stupid job, and they hire really annoying people like me. But yeah, so the investigation guys, this is why I know that we'll find them soon. They've just got to work out the Sphinx's riddles, and we'll have the guy in custody, and we can basically find out.
We haven't got him yet.
What the fuck? No, not quite yet. Not quite yet. They're struck on a couple of the other riddles. So you know what, Chris? I might give them a shout and see if they can second you to it. See if you can help the unit.
Oh yes. I'm an expert riddler.
Well. But yeah, so that was my kind of story of the Sphinx. That the Sphinx is a creature. Do you have any kind of questions? Any things that you may think the audience would like to know about the Sphinx before we wrap up here?
Many things. Most importantly, probably which flavor of Dreamies do they like best?
Chicken.
I thought so. Makes sense.
Always chicken.
So, second question. Can I lure them to my backyard if I bake a giant monster Dreamy? What are my chances of success?
Yes, you probably can lure them, but you know as well as I do, you're probably going to lure a lot of other stuff as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And not just the neighbour's cats.
That's very true.
According to the adverts, they'll go through walls to get to them, so God knows what you're going to get with some mythical creature.
No, but other than that, I don't think there's any questions left. Sounds very interesting and very annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a couple of hours, basically. The rest of the team, the rest of the HQ, they were there for, as I say, 2 days, but me, just a few hours, it's all good.
Easy.
Well, I don't go to main HQ really ever, so I
mean, to be fair, every other single person there could have gone and studied some riddles for a couple of days and then, do the same. So really, it's on them. I
mean, you've been to HQ, haven't you? You know what they're like there.
Yeah.
Procedure, procedure, procedure. Why do you think I don't go there very often?
Yeah,
They don't like my
true.
procedures. Apparently, bait is not a viable option. I argue it is.
They've never approved of bait protocol.
But anyway, Chris, where is somewhere that our audience potentially could go to approve of bait protocol?
Well, outer space is always an option if you can find our space station. Just follow the giant laser. But failing that, you might go to the Blink and Your Mythit Discord, linked in the description, and everywhere else probably.
Oh my god.
And you can meet other people who also enjoy this nonsense. You can talk about the show, you can talk about episodes we have done, you can talk about episodes you want us to do, because between Jack and I, we have seen a lot of things, and chances are we can tell you something about whatever you can think of. If you listen back, we've already done several suggested episodes, and we will continue to do so in the future, so go ahead and just recommend away. And, just generally, it's just a good place to hang out. It's the place to be, they say online. I've heard people say it's the best Discord server that has ever been discorded.
Yeah,
but
especially for Blinking Your Mythit.
Exactly. You'll find no better Discord for Blink and Your Mythit. But once people have come there and made themselves at home, what else could they be doing, Jack?
Well, while they are surfing Discord and, as you say, making themselves at home, they could be listening to other episodes, because by this point, Chris and I have done quite a few. So we have quite a strong back catalogue where you could go and listen, find a creature that you have not heard anything about, or you know all about, and you want to know if we've done it right or not.
Yeah.
And you want
and
to criticize us
in the
because
comments
you know
how
what?
stupid we are.
Engagement is... Yep, because engagement is engagement.
Yeah.
But yeah, so go back, listen to them. You don't have to listen to them in any particular order. They're all evergreen. You can just choose one that you enjoy. And if you would prefer to not listen to a podcast version, but you would like to see some really cool visuals, we also have a YouTube version where you can watch the logo go wibbly wobbly and lots of really, really cool things going, waveforms and
it's true.
clouds.
It's very wibbly.
It looks awesome. It looks great. But yeah, that's on there, and you can find that at our YouTube channel. And at the same time, you should go and share this podcast with absolutely everybody. Chris talked about sharing the Discord. Share the podcast.
Yes.
Make friends. Make new friends sharing the podcast.
Join the cult. Make friends.
You know that this is the best way to make friends.
Yes.
Everyone who hears Blink and Your Mythit, they make friends with the person who showed it to them. I don't know why, but they do. And that is scientifically proven. It isn't, but it is.
It is. It is extremely true for certain values of true.
Exactly. As long as you subscribe to the post-truth, then yes, it's true.
Yes.
And that's all that's needed. Just believe.
It's
believe.
Believe. Don't stop believing.
And at that point, it's time to end the show.
It is.
It's been a hell of a journey. I wonder how many people got that one.
It took me a second.
I thought so. But yeah, no, thank you very much for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Goodbye.